This is WobblyWallaby. Hela was found dead in her home. Who did it? This murder mystery will teach you about Hela for PvP and also about ROM mechanics. Use this knowledge to solve the mystery for a chance to win codes. Are you a world-class detective? Stay tuned to find out. For this video, I have 10 global and 10 C codes to give away. Winners will be chosen at random from the comments section on March 25th, 2023. In your comments, say which suspect killed Hela and why. Please include which server you play on, and include your Discord name and ID so I can send the codes to the winners. Next, let's learn more about our victim. Hela is an aspiring PvPer found dead. Hela started out from the begetter line and did a job change to become the Hela class. The great thing is you can get the free job change voucher to become Hela if you clear Punapim Museum as a begetter. Her hero's core passive is the Phantom Interference. She can steal a target's attributes, and against players, it's the highest value of the target's attribute points, and against monsters, you steal all 3 of Int, Dex, and Luck. For each level of core passive, you steal 10 extra points from a player and 1 extra point of Int, Dex, and Luck against a monster. At level 4, the rate which you reduce attributes on a player is increased by 30%. At level 7, Hela can choose which attribute to steal from, and the duration is doubled. How useful is stealing attributes? Quite important. Beyond annoying people by stealing their attributes, you can also activate the skill Black Party. Once you exceed 80 points of attributes stolen, all your skills will be improved dramatically. This includes being able to summon a second Garm. Without getting the core passive to level 4, you'll be unable to activate Black Party. I had tried level 1, 2, and 3 and couldn't get Black Party to activate. Only at level 4 would enough attributes be stolen within the 30-second window. Here's another Hela who has level 4 core passive and can cast Black Party. You'll get these fancy new skill icons to replace the existing ones. The next skill is Garm. This dog deals neutral magic attack, and if you're about to take lethal damage, your Garm dies and you're restored 30% of your HP. The passive Rabies Vaccination gives you lifesteal based on your Hellhound's damage. For example, Hela gains around 3500 HP per hit. But if a Saint casts Cure Barrier, then the lifesteal becomes damage to yourself. Next is No Near the Dog. This skill is super annoying because it prevents people from being able to res for 10 seconds. However, your dog can attack while using this skill unless you have Black Party. For example, here the Thanatos can't be resurrected by the Saint due to the skill No Near the Dog. The 10 seconds feels like an eternity. And after it wears off, then Thanatos can be resurrected. The Ruin Vicious Canine can also reduce the attack and magic attack for the target. Next is Bottled Ghost, which deals high poison magic damage to a single target. You also deal damage over time through the Frustration status with a 10% damage per second for the next 15 seconds, and it can be stacked up to 15 stacks. The damage over time is really annoying. The Frustrated status has a rune called Spectral Entanglement Star Rune, which will reduce the target's poison damage reduction. Next is the skill Fatal Dream. This deals high poison magic damage to a single target and can infect enemies within 5 meters of it. For every 10 attributes reduced by interference, an additional 4% damage is added. Each stack of Frustration can also increase the execute limit by 3% up to 15%. This only works against players and is a nice kill spell when opponents are low on HP. Also, this goes through anti-fatal, similar to the skill Soul Depravity that Blade Soul has. The rune that affects this is the Resounding Dream Star Rune, which also can make the target unable to revive for up to 10 seconds. This is a crazy rune if you can get a high first line and you happen to kill someone with Fatal Dream. Next is the passive Castigate, which gives you more skill damage if the target exists with 0 attribute points. Every 5 luck gives an additional 1% skill damage. Next is the skill Forgetful Wine. This makes the target forget the skill for 4 seconds and lasts for 10 seconds. The Ruin Memory Extraction Star Ruin affects this by saying if it was removed by another method, then instantly forget all skills for 1 to 5 seconds. This can be really annoying for skilled users. Forgetful Wine only works for skills and does not work for auto attack. For example, Forgetful Wine is cast here and the enemy's Dark Shadow Slaughter is put on cooldown for 4 seconds. This is very good against skill spammers. One unfortunate thing is Forgetful Wine does not stop Thanatos from using his phase combo. Since phase 1 becomes phase 2, it's not the same skill, so it doesn't disrupt the combo. Next is Hide and Seek. This nice passive allows Hela to go into hiding and have skill damage reduction for 8 seconds, if she uses the skill to add effects for herself or for her teammates. Next is the skill Deadly Poison. Non-poison element damage is reduced by 50%, and your poison element attack increases by 20% for 30 seconds. If the skill Bloodline of the Deceased is used, put yourself in a poisoned state. This does cost poison as a special cost, which can be bought from the item NPC. The Ruin Harvest of Death can restore 1 to 10% of your own HP and MP every 5 seconds. Next is the skill Bloodline of the Deceased. It turns any skill that uses HP loss effects to a healing at a rate of 100% for 18 seconds. For example, Star Arrow or Twisted Bombs clearly state that HP loss is the type of damage. Other skills will not be able to gain HP from this. The Ruin Bloodline Awakening gives an additional 1 to 20% HP. Next is the passive skill Demon Turntable, which gives a 25% chance to infect all your abnormal states to the enemy when you deal damage or take damage. This includes if you poison yourself with deadly poison. For her auto attack bar, she has Bottled Ghost and Fatal Dream. In her manual bar, Nornir Dog was being spammed a lot to annoy people, Fatal Dream, Bottled Ghost, Deadly Poison, which is used with Bloodline of the Deceased to infect others, Forgetful Wine, and Bloodline of the Deceased. On her second manual bar, she has Black Party, Garm, Nornir Dog, Bottled Ghost, Fatal Dream, and Bloodline of the Deceased. Next, here was her advanced runes setup, so you can see how her runes were placed and some good attribute runes to use. Next was the gear she was found with. For offhand, it was the Marin's Soul Bulwark for wind, earth, water, fire, and neutral damage reduction. Unfortunately, she did not get the random attribute with those reductions, which was the ideal one. For card, the Loot Star card was used for magic damage reduction. For armor, the Ashen Armor was used for HP percentage and bonus healing, with the HP percentage random attribute. She was using the Arger P card to turn her armor's element into poison for reduced damage from many elements. For garment, Glorious Shoulder Badge for HP percentage with the skill damage reduction random attribute was used. She used the Orc Zombie Star card for more HP and inflicting abnormal status. For footgear, she used the Refined War Boots for physical and magic damage reduction, which is further increased by the random attribute. She used the Gazzetti card for damage reduction. For her first accessory, she used the Necklace of Oath for the HP percentage and the Human Race damage reduction random attribute. For cards, she used the Whoring card for using sight so she can see invisible players. If you have this card, make sure you put it into your manual bar. For her second accessory, the same stat is used as the last accessory, but with the Fisherman card for damage reduction and freeze resistance. For weapon, the Hela exclusive weapon, Prayer of Death, is used, which gives great survivability and neutral and poison damage increase. She uses 2 meta Ant cards for HP percentage. The base weapon to make the staff is the Magic Wing Staff, which requires a lot of materials from Aldebaran. For headwear, she uses the Eggshell Bew to protect against equipment breaking. She uses the Nightmare card to avoid sleeping. She also used to use the free-to-play alternative Midgard's Helm for human race reduction and snare resistance. Next for face, the Eastern Dragon Visage for skill damage reduction was used. Her free-to-play alternative was the Goblin Leader's Mask for human race reduction. Next for mouth is Kraken Treasure Key for HP percentage and damage reduction. Her free-to-play alternative was the Angry Snarl for human race reduction. Next for back, she used the Emerald Heart for HP percentage and the unique ability to recover HP when being damaged for you and your teammates. Her free-to-play alternative was the Midgard's Bag for human damage reduction and freeze resistance. Next for tail, Emotional Cleaner was used for skill damage reduction. Her free-to-play alternative is the MDef Fairy for magic damage reduction and stun resist. When combined with the Midgard's Bag, there is an additional damage and magic damage reduction. For Oracle Mirror, she used the Wizardry Staff for ignore magic defense. She also used the Deathcat Armor for silence and stun resistance. For Relic, she's using the Bleak version of Elf's Piccolo. For stats and attributes, she has max Vitality, then enough Dex to insta-cast Forgetful Wine, and the rest is split between Int and Luck. She has over 1.1 million HP, (218 Luck, 393 Vitality, and 289 Int. Her healing received is increased by 27.8%. Her healing increase is at 3.6%. Her skill damage reduction is at 41%. She has 72.6% damage reduction. She has 76% magic reduction. Here are her crowd control resistance. Ideally, she would have had enough enchants to near 100% for all of these. Here are her elemental damage reductions. She also has 43% human damage reduction. And finally, her medium size reduction is at 2.8%. This was an early to mid-game build used by Hela. Next, the crime scene. The first officer at the scene was Fiery Fairy, who provided the following report.
Hela was found dead in her house near her bed. There were no signs of forced entry. Hela had her house only open to her friends. Near her body was a stalker's knife. This weapon is suspicious since Hela cannot use it. There were no defense wounds, so it appeared that she was attacked from behind, possibly from a hidden player or someone she trusted. No traces of deadly poison were found in her body from the toxology report. Next is this message on her home's message board. It says, "Meow."
Next are the suspects. Pay close attention and write in the comments who you think is suspicious. First is her childhood friend, the Baguetter. He said that the last time he had seen her was a week ago when they cleared Ponape Museum Brave together as Baguetters. They had gotten her job change voucher and then she switched to Hela after. He told her that she shouldn't switch since she didn't have any second line ruins, so she was unable to do Black Party. They argued and they hadn't talked since. Despite the argument, police have confirmed that they are still friends. When asked about the stalker's knife, he said that he uses his own and that was not his. Next, we found a Spirit Whisperer who people said had fought against Hela recently in the Yo-Yo Arena. The Spirit Whisperer had complained that he was annoyed at Hela. In PvP, he was using Sharkfellow and complained that he wasn't damaging her and was in fact healing her, when she was using Bloodline of the Deceased. Also, when he tried using Cat Transformation on his party members, he couldn't because they were hit with the skill No Near the Dog. For the Stalker Knife, he claimed that no self-respecting Dorum would use that dagger. He instead would use the dagger build using the Demon Knife Swallow. When questioned about the message in her house, he said that he didn't know how it got there and he told us not to racial profile Dorums. Not all Dorums say meow, he said. We can talk normally, just like you humans. Police have confirmed that they are friends, and when asked, he said it was because he wanted to inspect her gear, which was only visible for friends. Next is an arcane master who people have seen Hela together with in the recent times. He said that he met her in Aldebaran when he was crafting gear, and she happened to be creating the weapon Prayer of Death. He said that she was short on time twisters and was asking him where she should go to get some more. He offered to go MVP hunting with her to kill Time Holder so she could get some more. He said that Hela had lots of survivability and her Gurm was helping her gain HP each time it hit the target. When questioned about the Stalker's knife, he said that it wasn't his and he couldn't even use it even if he wanted to. The police have confirmed they are friends. Finally is a Ruin Master who people have said fought against Hela recently in the Yo-Yo arena. The Ruin Master was upset at our questioning and demanded a lawyer. He said, "Do you know who I am? I'm Dev's son. Wait until my father finds out about this." He said in Yo-Yo arena that she kept trying to cast Forgetful Wine on him when he was doing auto attack, and the noob couldn't figure out why it didn't work. He had accepted her friend request so he could trash talk her some more in chat, and the police have confirmed that they are in fact friends. When asked about the Stalker's knife, he told us that he only uses the +15 heavens and he didn't want to use poor people's weapons. Who did it? Let me know in the comments section for a chance to win. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to learn more about hero classes, see this playlist here.